Hi, welcome to FingerNailFixer video. Let's take a quick look at how to do hearts. We'll start off with some simple supplies. Go ahead and polish your practice tip with 2 layers of your favorite gel polish. And for this one, I've gone ahead and applied a layer of matte top coat and removed the top film so that I have a really cool matte shiny finish going on. For this heart, we're going to do a larger heart. So take your dotting tool and set down some gel polish and then expand the circles. Once you've expanded the circles, you can start bringing them together at the bottom with a little bit of a V. And literally just bringing those 2 circles together with that V at the bottom and then filling in that space is how you make a bigger heart. To make a smaller heart with a dotting tool, you can create 2 small dots side by side without touching and then draw a V from those 2 smaller dots coming together to create the heart, and then use a brush to sharpen up the point at the bottom if you want to. If you want to just make really fast hearts, you can leave that bottom rounded. But if you want to sharpen up the point, you can go ahead and come in with a brush and sharpen it up. If you don't have a dotting tool, if you want to use a brush, then you can come in with a brush to create hearts. You can also use your brush to add a little more of a dip to the top of the hearts if you want to make it a little sharper. Dip your brush in your gel polish and start off with those same 2 dots. And then just like you did with the dotting tool, pull those 2 dots into a V. And you'll notice you get a little different shape in the heart when you do this with a brush versus when you do it with a dotting tool. It's also easy to get that little sharper point at the bottom of the heart when you do it with a brush versus when you do it with a dotting tool. So hearts can be really easy. Just remember, you basically just need 2 dots and connect them by making a V. You can make them larger, smaller, just depends on if you want to use a dotting tool or a brush. Go ahead and cure that gel polish, then come in with some transfer foil and push it onto the wet gel polish that's been cured. It'll stick in that top film. If your gel polish is not sticky enough to pull that foil off, you can use something like StickIt and brush that over the top, and then that will pull it off. Once you've put the transfer foil on there, what's going to give us a fun 3D effect is you can come in and apply top coat to only the hearts. So we're just going to trace over where we put the transfer foil on top of the hearts, because remember we put a layer of top coat over this. So the nail itself was 2 layers of color, a layer of top coat, and I happened to use matte top coat so that the hearts would really stand out. And then you can come in and do a shiny layer of top coat over your hearts with the foil. It's going to be really important that you seal all the edges of the foil and the color, because your alcohol would wipe them away if they're not sealed really well with the top coat. You can apply the top coat with a brush. You could apply it with a dotting tool or stylus, whichever you're the most comfortable with. And you want to make sure that it slightly comes down over the edges of the foil or the color, because it needs to seal those edges. Also, if it happens to get a little out of control, you could use a brush to clean it up if you needed to, a brush with a little bit of IPA on it. Then once you're satisfied with that top coat, it's ready to be cured. And you'll put that top coat into cure, and you'll have kind of a fun little slight 3D bubble effect to your hearts. Then as you can see, it comes out with a really fun effect. Gives it a little bit of dimension to have the foil under there, or you could have just done it with plain gel polish. You could also do it with glitter, glitter paste, or any other medium that you have. I hope this gives you a fun, easy way of doing hearts, as well as some idea of an accent that you can do with them. Give this video a thumbs up. I'd love to have you subscribe. Thanks for joining me.